people say that how can God create so many gays if he condemned homosexuality? There's a false presupposition there, and it's that God created you the way that you were born. That's not true. You and I, we were born selfish. We were born with a desire to sleep outside of marriage, not to forgive. We were born with a desire to rebel. God didn't create us like that. God created you and I with a free will, and God expects us to exercise that free will to decide, am I going to give into my sinful desires or am I going to choose him? Can you imagine if you were born with, a high testosterone level and you stood before God and said, I know I hit my wife, but I was born that way. You made me like that. You created me that way. No, God would say, I expected you to call your body into submission, to make it a slave, and to decide I'm not giving into my sinful nature. How is that fair though? How is it fair that God knows that we have a sin nature, an inclination from the minute we are born to run towards wickedness? How is it fair that he expects us to control that? Well, maybe fair enough if it weren't for Jesus Christ and the fact that he went to the cross to crucify the power of sin and death. That is the whole point of the gospel, that he who knew no sin became sin, that we might become the righteousness of God.
Subscribe to Talia's House of Prayer for daily encouragement and inspiration.